All right, people, welcome back. I hope everybody's remaining calm, controlled, and cool, and you're not panic buying because you know better. If you're watching my videos, you know that if you panic buy, I'll be the first one to tell you to your face that you deserve to be homeless because you're not being careful with your money, and you deserve to get what we call divorce rate by your wife, where she divorces you and takes half of your shit, and that only applies to people in the US. So, anyways, let's start the show. Okay. So we'll just jump straight into the MACD and then the indicators just to get this going. Let me click here and then move this a little here because I don't need to. All right. First things first, MACD on the 2-day, which gives you the signal, the precursor of major moves. There you have it, people. The signal is still there of a lighter bar, but notice we still haven't gotten the V shape. We're very close, but the reason I'm hesitant on saying that it's time to cost average in, which is not because we haven't gotten the little V thing, this hasn't turned up, is because Market God Jerome Powell will be speaking on the 23rd, I think. Yeah, let me see. Oh, 22nd and 23rd. My bad. What? Yeah, there it is. June 22nd, which is Wednesday and Thursday. So this is really what's giving me a lot of pause on making any moves here. But either way, we don't have the signal here to start re-entering the market. I know a lot of people are like, dog, it's bottom. Look at your indicators. Look at all that shit. Like, fuck your emotions. I said it last video. Control your emotions. You have to be disciplined. Like Bob Kendall says, have a system, stick to your plan, stick to your rules, and all that. And so I'm going to level with people. I started shorting Bitcoin around here, up here at, eh, at like 46 ish. And then I started cost averaging in more until somewhere around the 11th to the 15th. I added big short positions and I let it ride. And then somewhere around here, once it was at 30,000 ish, I'm sorry, once it was at 29 ish, I closed the short. So I collected profit from here. But had I stayed in my position, I would have made way more money, like a lot more. Am I hurting? Nah. Now, the reason that I closed my position was because I was following my own rules. And my rules basically were the 2-day on May 29, which building up to it around here on the 19th, going into there we go, on the 23rd is roughly when I closed out my entire short position, um, because I saw the MACD was getting close to confirm. So I was like, well, I've already collected a significant amount of cash. Let's just park it away, put it on the side, whatever, right? So I closed the position and this broke out. And so as soon as this happened, I'm like, oh shit, we might rally. But then I went into the 3-day and the 3 days like, psych, bitch, you ain't rallying nowhere. And so basically, again, the 2-day gives you a head start with cost averaging in. The 3-day confirms the move. So remember that on Bitcoin and the MACD. The 3-day confirms the big moves, like the significant big moves. And I do this all the time for all the rookies out there and new people. Um, March 20th, the MACD on the 3-day signaled the top. On July 18, the MACD on the 3-day signaled the bottom. And then on November 15, the MACD on the 3-day signaled the top again, and so forth and so on. Right now, the last signal it gave you was on April 16, but it was not a top. It was basically a get the fuck out because the stock, or I mean the stock, this Bitcoin is about to take a massive dump, and you got the confirmation, you would have gotten out and avoided this carnage that we're seeing right now. Now, on the 3-day, there is something cool as well. Let me just full screen this and get this out of the way. Notice a lighter bar has actually appeared. Now, it goes back to the same point. I'm not putting a lot of weight on this lighter bar until I see like right here. So basically on the 3-day, once you see this, you can start cost averaging in a little heavy. So the example I said last time, and I'm gonna write it out. I think. Nah, fuck that. I'll say it because I don't want to write that out. Let's say you pick your top 5 to 10 coins. Oh, and for anybody that says don't give financial advice, you're a pussy. I basically give the most basic and logical approach to anything. In short, if you have $1,000, right? The idea would be pick your top 5, top 10 crypto coins, whatever they are, and only put $20 on each. That would bring you 200 that you cost averaged in. Now I'm saying 1,000 because I'm gonna assume that everybody listening is a blue collar worker. Now, if you're in another country, blue collar worker means the average person working at a restaurant, at a bus station, or I'm sorry, a bus driver, or a person sitting in an office. Basically, you're not an executive, you're not a wealthy, rich person. So, blue collar are the average people like me. We're working regular jobs all day long and all that bullshit. So, for those are the ones I'm talking to. The example is if you have $1,000 and you see the V shape, that's your signal that you can start slowly adding to your coins, your top 5 to top 10. But really, you start on the 2 day. So once the 2 day, I'm going to just draw it here and I'm going to spend a few minutes. Let's say the 2 day gives you that line like that. Color. So people say, what? Okay, so let's say that is a fugly line. Why can't I? Oh, because the 2 day won't let me. Uh, okay, I'm gonna say like that. So once the 2 day gives us a line, I really want to make it look. There we go. There she goes. So let's say the 2 day gives you this V shape. That V shape is your signal to start cost averaging into your top 5, top 10 coins. And the example I gave last time when we were here, the same example, I'm giving it here. Um, Take your only top 5, top 10. Don't try to be a fucking hero. Don't go out and tell all your friends. I actually had somebody in these videos telling me in a text or group chat, I forget what it was, that he was telling all his friends and all this shit. And I said, stop. Do not tell your friends. Do not tell your relatives. Do not talk to them about this charting system because it's the simple story goes like this. If you get it right and you actually make a lot of money, your friends and relatives are gonna fucking hate you because they're gonna be thinking like, wow, why does he or she fucking making all that money and look at me, I work more than they do. They're gonna criticize you. But the reverse is even worse. If you get it wrong and you're telling them to start buying the coins and then this shit, let's say it lights, then it goes darker and it begins to drop like right here. This is a V shaped, but then here it said psych and it kept you going down. You're going to be the fool in every Christmas event, in every birthday party. They're always going to remember you as the dumbass who was putting money and you got it wrong. So if you're doing this, do it for yourself. Don't fucking go out and tell your friends. Don't, because save yourself the embarrassment of looking like an idiot in front of your family. Wait for them to ask you in the future, damn, how did you get it right? How did you know? Then you can tell them. But don't go off trying to save them. Do not try to be a fucking hero. And so here, again, if we get a V, oh shit, that's cool, but no, I need the. If we get a V here, this is your first signal to start cost averaging in. And again, I use the example of $1,000. That means for every coin, you're going to put $100. And then from that $100, you're only spending $20 per coin. So that means you have $80 left. So basically, for every coin that you like, you have $100, but you're only gonna spend $20 on it. Period. That's it. Why? Because you don't want to risk this not playing out. And again, I mean, I follow the charts, but I also have a lot of indicators that help me see where the moves might go. So here we had a confirmation, but notice at here, once we got this light bar, this was my signal to stop cost averaging in. So I was cost averaging in from this point, May 21st, all the way to June 8th, and I spend roughly $6,000. I'm leveling with everybody so people know that, wow, okay, okay. Yeah, that's my system. and it dropped. But am I homeless? Did I feel like I lost a lot? It hurts a little, but I mean, it's not gonna make me go homeless or make me feel like fuck, I can't make my rent or make my payments. I don't feel like that, and so that's what I'm trying to say. You must develop discipline as you approach this thing. Do not try to be a hero of piling in with everything. Follow the charts, but once you get this confirmation, then and I'm gonna put a line so you can see it when I put the 3 day. Get the confirmation on that day. We move into the 3 day. So the 2 day, see right there, the 2 day confirmed on the 28th. So now you are waiting for the 3 day to confirm because the 3 day is the one that gives you the big moves. The 3 day confirms, you get the big moves. Like they go for weeks and months. You see that? So that's why you have to use the 2 day and the 3 day MACD. And right now, the 3 day, there is no sign to start heavily cost averaging in, but we are very close to getting the 2 day to signal to start cost averaging in. So right now, this isn't even safe for people to be buying because we don't know what Jerome Powell is going to say on Wednesday and Thursday. Remember, this guy on June 22nd has the power to fucking move the markets. And I've said it before, every time Jerome Powell speaks, the market moves. So I'll leave it at that. I know I'm beating that horse to death by repeating myself. So all the indicators are bottoming. So again, you're waiting for the MACD. Now, here on this system, I put a note here for this purple line that I didn't put last time. It's the bottom of the November 2021 top bear flag, and it ends at, I put 12K for 12,000, but it's essentially from here to here. So people are like, whoa, how did, what? That is your pole. This is your bear flag. And so you simply take the big pole, copy it, paste it, and you move it directly right there. And that's how you land at the position of this purple line of 12,000. That's literally all you got to do. And so for today, the charts are saying get ready. So I would say start getting a little bit of money ready because you might need to start cost averaging in soon. Now that the charts are saying, yep, we're probably going to start moving up. But wait, on the cycles, there's something that doesn't add up for me, at least. Um, the cycles have an important date coming up in this range. Like, so the first 3 days of July going into the 4th of July, which is a holiday, they're going to be kind of tricky because I can't tell. Let me remove the MACD. We already covered that to death. Um, I can't tell if this big cycle will try to push the price up or if these will try to push it even down. I can't tell just yet, but the MACD is basically saying it's trying to move up. The indicators are in the same agreement. The indicators are all saying that we might do this. Now, don't quote me on this, but we might do something like this and then like that. Obviously, we're not going to go past this line because the blue line, the projection, I'm going to just project it, would be right there. So that means that even if we begin to break out, you see right there, this is perfect. The white line, that's the pivot point tool. Above it is resistance, below it is support. I think we would hit the pivot point at 31, but that's being overly optimistic. Right now, we need to get out above 23.4 right there, which is this. So we need to break above this and then above this white line, which is the 10-day moving average. And so again, wait for the 2 day MACD to give you a stronger signal. All the indicators have bottom. So yes, this is the bottom. If you want to cost average in, look, be my guest. It's your money. If you're rich, good for you. You can probably spend extra cash and not feel bad if you lose it. For the average person that works a day job, you got to be fucking careful. And that's why I said the example of a cost average in using the 2 day, and then the 3 day you can confirm that you can pile in or cost average in a lot more. That way you're not going to be like financially wrecked if you see that the price didn't move. That's why you use both 2 day and the 3 day. Okay, so same, I'm using the 3 week on the Bitcoin, and I'm noticing, let me delete that because I said no more flags. that this did bottom out at a C on the 3-week, but if I switch to the monthly, it hasn't. So this could be the big one. That's why I said this green one might bottom out in, it might go like this. That's why I said let me try and, where is my, there. It might go like this, somewhere in here, and then all the way down here like this. But inside of this, we might get, if I switch this to the 3-week, we might get a 5-wave up here, and then an A, B, C. So it might play out like this. Now, I'm not saying this is exactly how it has to happen, okay? So it could be like a 1, I'd say around here, and then we go here, and then probably here, and then probably here, and then, well, actually the 3 can't be below it, so 3 has to be here, and it's typically the longest wave in Elliott wave, so I would say this should be here, and then 4 would be here, and then that means this big one. So this one, no, this one would be the green line from the monthly chart. Oh shit, what's the time? Okay, I got time. From the monthly Elliott wave. And this one would be, I'm going to put it in that orange colors like that. And then we might get a, what is it? Somewhere around here. Like, I'm taking it. This, I never project this far out, people. So take this with a grain of salt. These are just projections using cycles. Do not assume that I'm going to be right on this one. This is just using common sense. Because if I do the month would be 5, and then A, B, C. The reason I do that is because look how long it took for the so if I do a range from 1 all the way to 5, I'm just going to do date range. This was 2,922 days. I'm not going to do the math. That's a shit ton of time. Basically, this was in 2013, like the beginning. So in 2013, all the way to 2021, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why. Oh shit! That means I'm not. I would say no. I would say 2024 would be it because the corrections are sharper. So A, then a B. The B might be around this area, and then a C all the way back down to like 3,000. Now I'm gonna leave that on my charts so that you guys can say, "Whoa, he fucking talked about it, but he got it wrong." So I'm gonna leave that, and the reason I'm gonna leave that, just this is just for fun, people. Obviously, as we see more things, I'm gonna adjust it, but I'm just having fun with this. Now, there is something I do want to do, so I'm gonna wrap up. If you don't want to see the next section of my presentation for tonight, that's fine. Remember, 2-day MACD has not given you the V shape to start cost averaging in. If you're that gambler and you want to be a hero and buy at the absolute lows, by all means. But I think I made it very clear on my last video that I prefer to capture 80% of the move instead of trying to get the top and the bottom. Obviously, I have my indicators that will help us, but I mean, again, I'd rather play it safe, and that's why you see me with the MACD and indicators to try and pinpoint moves. So, anyways, I'll leave it at that. I do want to cover something just funny, and I got 1 minute. So, with Garrett Salloway, I've told all of you back in March 22. I initially had a bearish pennant, and so I was saying we would drop, but I had a bearish pennant. I did not have a I got to keep an eye on that clock. And then to Peter Schiff, the gold bug, I told him that he was going to get his wish, but I told him it's not going to go to 0. And I said it's going to be painful. And this was back in March 22. I was already saying like we're going to get our asses handed. Fucking A. But the funny one is this one, Rao Powell. I showed him the chart, and Rao Powell, people's fucking hero, was saying definitely possible, but I'm open to it as lower odds. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Anyways, I'll leave it at that, people. Just wanted to troll some of the people that have given me shit. Good luck, people.